What's up, y'all? This is Jordan. This is my greenhouse I've made. So here it is. So a little background information on these tanks. Basically, when I first built this system, I was building it for a high school graduation project. I had it in my mind for a year or two that I was going to do it. Finally got all the go-aheads. So this is what it was. But when I first started, all I had was this big IBC tote right here. And it's really only got about 150 gallons in it right now. We've cut it down to size, so it's not like full potential 300, 400 gallons of water, whatever it's supposed to be, but it works for what I'm doing, so it's okay. And it was that, and it was that grow bed of the top of that IBC tote. And really all I had was I had a pump sitting in the right hand corner in the back of that IBC tote, and it'd pump water up into the grow bed. From the grow bed it would go down, enter this chamber right here with a bell siphon, and from there drain down through that pipe down into this IBC tote here and back into the fish tank. So it was completely recirculating, and it was very small scale, nothing crazy to it. You see the bell siphon's about to start right now. But it wasn't anything too complicated, and I mean it worked for the project. I was pretty much just trying to prove like the concept of aquaponics, and it was cool. I got a good grade on it, but I mean that wasn't the only point of this project. The point of this project was to get to where I could be selling fish out of it, or providing people with fish out of it for really just the fun of it, I guess. I mean, I just like doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, so my bosses have been gracious enough to provide me with some money to do some like expanding with it. And so what I've done is, aside from just that system, a couple of weeks ago I drilled a hole in the side of this IBC tote and put this bulkhead, this PVC bulkhead, and then this little overflow drain that I'm actually gonna do some changes to here in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that video. But what this does is it goes down here. I got this 45-degree angle connectors just so I can make the flow a little bit easier, and it goes down, it's like halfway buried, kinda goes up into here. And then this is my sump tank. It's just a 55-gallon drum with a pump set at the bottom of it down there, and that PVC pipe that goes way down. And those are the two overflows. So yeah, that's the sump tank. That was the new addition. And from there, I was gonna take that pump and send it up here. It was all the way there, and it was gonna go over here. I have that little valve there so I can change it whenever I need to. And then this is a swirl filter. You've probably seen them if you've seen other videos on aquaponics. But what I did is I just I got a bunch of cinder blocks and built this tower that sits it up high, kind of like a water tower or something. And what it does is there's a 45 or a 90-degree angle pipe that enters it right connected to that valve line, and it faces to the side. And it's about 2 inches underwater, so that when the water enters, it swirls, and any larger particles in that water will be drawn towards the bottom in the center of the bucket through gravity. And it's like a gravity filter, same thing, but that exit pipe is basically just like an overflow that sticks up to the top where the 2 inches is, so all the large particles get stuck there. And I mean, if you leave them there, you're really not helping your system, because they're still going to decay and make poison for your tank. So you gotta like clean it out. And all I do is I take that little hose right here and siphon it out of the bottom. But it's pretty easy. I'll show you like what I got going on up here. This is some fish food. But take this cap off. I like to keep all my stuff capped so that you like control the evaporation. But let's see here. Hold on. Kind of see down there. That's like the setup of it. Maybe see some debris at the bottom. Yeah, there's like sand, nothing crazy. But yeah, so from that it flows down that pipe where the overflow was, takes an immediate 90-degree angle back into my grow bed, and there it just kind of flows out. Not really too much flow. My bell siphon will start up with that amount, so we're straight. So that's that. That was the new addition about a month ago. I did. Alright, so the newest addition of this tank, or this system, is these 50-gallon drums I got going on here. And you're probably wondering why that one's just sitting there empty, but I promise I have a use for it. So basically, that pump in the sump goes up, hits that 45 or that 90-degree T-joint angle, and then goes and hits that valve. And from that valve, I can control the flow, and it goes down that pipe and then into this tank. And this tank is just sitting water, and I want it to be that way because I'm going to grow duckweed in it to feed my tilapia. So this system will be completely natural. You won't have to be afraid to eat anything because you'll know it's all organic, whatever. Yeah, it's good, cool. But from there it goes into that pipe right there, and with it being underwater like that, I don't have to worry about a bunch of like flow going from the top, sucking all the duckweed into the next tank. So this is cool. It's like a sitting water tank, and I plan on taking some of this lava rock that I just bought down there, like $4 a bag, whatever. Take that, throw it in this, and use it as like a little biofilter too, because the water in here, all my grow beds are always draining and then filling from the bell siphon, and I don't know if that hurts the bacteria growing on the rocks or what, but I don't want it to, so I'm going to put it in this tank too, just because it's only going to be growing stuff on the top and the bottom's unoccupied, so why not throw some rocks in there. But anyways, from there it goes into that overflow, and then it goes into that grow bed that the bell siphon's about to start on, and then pumps all the water from there into that, down that pipe, right here, and then it goes into this, which is going to be another fish tank. But this is just a 55-gallon drum that I dug down into the ground, and I don't know how many fish I can put in it, but I'm going to find out. This bell siphon's not really working the way I want it to lately. Might have to do some changes on it. But yeah, there's that. And from there it hits that overflow, it goes back into the sump. You can see the flow going in there. A lot of people hate on aquaponics because of like they say all the water evaporates out of your system, and with aquaponics it's about, like, I don't remember the number, but it's like way more efficient than a garden in water usage. And people try and say that evaporation is gonna like make it equal with it, I guess, or even worse for water usage. But if you cover all your stuff, like you see this tarp I have on that IBC tote, I have it off during the day so my tilapia will like get some sunlight and be happy and grow. But if you keep your stuff covered as much as you can, like that sump I have that top on, I got that bucket with the lid on it, like just keeping your stuff covered will keep so much more water in your system you would not believe it. So I just got these fish in here the other day. I got some little tilapia fingerlings my boss ordered, and I've been waiting to get fish in this thing forever now, so I'm really stoked on it. I'll show you if I can what they look like. They're really small. Let's see if I can catch some. Here's one little guy. They're pretty fat right now. I've been feeding them like non-stop. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but he's probably freaking out right now. They're pretty though, look at him. He just looks like a little pinfish. This fat little thing. We'll let him go. You're supposed to wash your hands and all when you put them in here, just so you don't transfer disease, but whatever. I'll get better about that. But yeah, the fish thing's kind of new to me. I've pretty much just been running this system on like normal water or whatever. So hopefully, I mean, I haven't lost any yet. It's been about a week, so that's really good. I'm super amped that they're all doing good and eating. I got these pellets for them, but they're way too big. I'll show you them eating them. The plan is to get it to where they're eating this duckweed as their like primary food source, so they're not eating this crap feed for their whole life and getting all nasty. I want to be able to eat these guys and not worry about it. But you can see them down there. Pretty ferocious for tilapia. Alright, I'm going to talk to y'all about the types of plants I got growing in this grow bed. You see, I kind of snuck up on these fish and they're all over the place right now. They're kind of timid, see? But they look healthy and doing good. So this is mainly just basil. Put this air stand back in there. There's a tomato plant right there that looks crappy. I don't know what's going on with it. It might even have a worm on it by the looks of it. But I don't know, tomatoes haven't been doing so good yet, but I just got the fish, so maybe that'll help. So mainly the basil I've been surprised by. You can see, like, that's my hand, and it's a pretty good basil plant for not having any fish in here. And I mean, this stuff is rich, man. It's super, super minty. Put it on like some sandwiches or some tomatoes with some vinegar and mozzarella, and it is dank. But I got some bell peppers growing right here. They're doing good. Ever since I put the fish in, I've noticed the leaves have gotten like way bigger than they were. They were all pretty much like this big earlier, so that's good. Got some more basil. I never knew it, but you can like cut the stems in half and then take that half and put them in the rock, and it'll grow a whole new plant. So that's pretty cool. I guess I can get like 3 plants now off of basil or whatever. And got more tomatoes back there. They're not doing so hot. A lot of them got like tobacco worms on them earlier, and they're still like recovering from it. But all right, so during this whole time I've had this system, I've never actually tested the water, which is a no-no. I've had plenty of fish tanks and I've like done the tests and all, and I got these strips right here to use. And I've never been a big fan of the strips, but this is what my boss got. This is what I got, so I'll just use them. Mainly, I guess I'm just gonna look at the pH and the nitrite and the nitrate on them, because I don't think the general hardness or the carbonate hardness is that big of a deal in this. Maybe if you're like a professional, but that's not me. I'm just doing an experiment. So I got this jar of water right here. I'll pop these open and do a little test real quick. So far, the pH is looking like a 7.5, an 8 maybe. That's not good. Actually, I don't know if that's good or not. I should probably do some research. But if you look, you can see the nitrite and the nitrate are like 0, man. That's really good. That means the system's really sucking it all up. That's awesome. I haven't done any of these before, so that's good. I need to keep it logged. I was told I need to keep a journal of this thing, and this is gonna be how I do the journal, because writing is for squares. So this is how I'm gonna do it. All right, well that's pretty much my aquaponics system. I'll probably come out with another video in about a week or so, I guess. I'm about to go to college at UNCW here in Wilmington, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a drive to get here. Right now I'm only like 5 minutes away, so that's good. That's another thing, if you're starting one of these systems, it's cool that you have like a place to do it and all, but you should really try and do it as close as you can to where you're living, so you can check on it as much as you can, because when I'm in college it's going to be a little bit difficult. But yeah, today is the 11th of August, so I'll be back with you guys in about a week. Thanks for watching. This is J-Dog out.